Perfect. Okay. So then we go to. I'll wait for it to be there.
There we go.
Is it on YouTube?
I'm on Facebook right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There it is on YouTube. I'm going to share this here. Boom. And then I'm going to go back here, share it to here.
Okay, there we go.
Boom. Okay. Boom. Good. Good. All right. Now let's get the countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. Welcome to North Sports Dynasty, Season 3, Episode 1, with your hosts. Not just one anymore, it's two, ladies and gentlemen. You got myself, Andrew Foobz, also known as Foobz, the Ginger of the North, the Red Rocket, as some people like to call it now. And I also got my new co-host to my... that way.
Yeah.
Alex Loosemore. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. How about you?
Oh, man. This is exciting.
Hell yeah.
Exciting. I'm going to get this out of the way because that thing in my ears is going to piss me off. This is the office that everybody wanted to see. So I figured I'd get a quick angle into here. As you can see, the big boards have not left, and they never will leave. Now I'm just going to remove that son of a gun. Now I'm going to walk over to the camera. Take that thing out of there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the brand new season. We are your hosts, and this is North Sports Dynasty. And we bring you fantasy football, Dynasty fantasy football content, mock drafts. Why is that still going off? I do not understand. Somewhere. Oh, it is my phone. Okay, hold on 1 second. I don't understand what the heck is going on. This is just going to have to shut off for now. That is so weird. Okay, why are we doing this already, phone? Come on.
Technology might not be our strong suit here.
Apparently not here. I don't like having this little echo in the background off of my phone. So we'll power off, and that should work. Aha! Okay. Wow. Of course I would, right, guys? Of course I would. We have fantasy football of the Dynasty kind. We got mock drafts. We got betting lines, as you can see at the bottom. And we also just have general news. We have general content. We like to talk sports. That's what we do. That's what we live for. Yeah. We are fanatics. And I have lived 30 years on this planet. And since I was like, let's say 7 is when I started getting into the whole hockey thing. 11 is when I started getting into football and stuff like that. And it's just, sports is the greatest thing out there, ladies and gentlemen. And if you can't get involved with sports nowadays, because of COVID, but it's, sports keeps us happy, which is what kept us alive for this last year. Did I lose Stretch already? Oh no. Did I lose my co-host already? Man, our technologies nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, what a weird thing here. What a weird thing. So, there
we go.
Got him back. It's the first episode here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay? First of all, I was going to tell Alex this afterwards, but since this is kind of funny the way technology is going right now and the way that our setup has just been kind of funny, I almost burnt down in the studio.
Jesus.
So as you can, there's this little light right there. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's going to be gone for next episode. But I just thought, hey, I'll just tape it over quick. I'll just put it right over top. Not too close either. I was like, it's a spotlight. So I can move it like keep it off there a little bit. I just happened to be working around and stuff, and I'm like, I thought I just covered it, and I happened to look, and there's a hole already through it, and it was like, oh shit. So, as you can see, it got a birth.
Oh yeah.
So don't tell the wife that happened. She would not be very happy at all. So let's get right into this, ladies and gentlemen. You can follow us at North Sports Dynasty on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. That our North Sports Dynasty Twitter has an actual, account itself. We have our own personals. Alex, where can they find you?
I believe mine is Loosemore65 on Twitter, and then just basic Alex Loosemore on Facebook.
Yeah, and then you can find me at Andrew_Faubert, and then also Andrew Faubert on Facebook. It's pretty easy. If you can't spell Faubert by now, then hey, that's on you. I mean, it's 2021, guys. Figure it out. So let's figure it out, and let's get right into this, ladies and gentlemen. Free agency has kicked off in the NFL, and it has been pretty intense. There's been a couple of teams that have made a little bit more signings than most. There have been some teams that have not made a single one. Looking at you, Atlanta.
Yeah, that one's really surprising to me.
You would think that with the new coach and the new GM and stuff like that they brought in, they would already have a plan and be like, hey, we can get rid of some of these contracts and we can figure this out and this, that, and everything else. But it's not making any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me why Atlanta hasn't bought anybody right now. But let's get right into some of this stuff. So as you guys know, we got the big board. The big board is usually just something for me, but I've kept it into the camera shot because a lot of people, this is, I've been called big board on the Bucks report. I've been called big board across all Bucks Nation. Loosemore will start being called, big board probably pretty damn quick here because that whole wall there, like we get you 2 big boards, man.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good. So quickly, let's talk about New England and the, I got on my board, what we got 5, 10, I think there's 12 signings in total.
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, I mean, tell me what you think. Oh, wait, okay, so I'm on NFL.com, and there's way more than 12. Way more than 12. But, yeah, just give me your thoughts, because they've spent, like, over $150 million in, like, the first 3 days of guaranteed money. This has never happened before. What are your thoughts on this, man?
Man, I mean, you think about it, and, like, normally when you spend big money like that, it doesn't work. Look at the Jets, look at the Jaguars. They spent the most money over the last few years, and look where they're at, top 2 picks in the draft.
Exactly.
But, man, I like a lot of these moves. They brought back some key guys. David Andrews traded for Trent Brown and redid his contract. Brought back Kyle Van Noy. That's a huge signing. Matt Judon.
I wouldn't say out of nowhere, but when the Dolphins kind of screwed him over, and the Pat McAfee show talked about it, to a lot of extent. They kind of screwed him over here. And it's, it makes sense that he's going to go into the division, back to the team and back to the scheme that he, got that contract for. Yeah. And like Miami is so dumb. I mean, we're not GMs, and I'm not going to pretend like I am a GM, though I think I would make a very damn good GM one day. I personally think that letting him go to a division rival like that, especially when your defense is starting to kind of pick it up and, your scheme is now going to be Belichick's scheme. Like, it's pretty easy when Belichick doesn't need to record your practices anymore, when he can literally just have your players play there for a year or two and come back.
Yeah. Well, and like you think about it too, they could have traded him, right? Oh, yeah. Like, why let him walk for nothing, and especially right back there?
It made no sense. It absolutely made no sense to me either. I was even like, why are we doing this?
Yeah,
you can get things for him, and I totally understand why. Some people are saying you release it because of the contract and stuff like that, but even some Dolphin fans were like, this doesn't make any sense at all here. Yeah. And again, me and you have talked about this to extents, but going back to the Patriots and what they've done so far, I remember the Giants a few years ago when they picked up like Olivier Verdon or whatever his name is, and a few other players like that. And they spent like $95 million on 3 players. And everybody thought, hey, this is this is what takes the Giants over the hump. And we're like,
no,
it's not going to.
Not when you've got old Eli Manning throwing the ball.
Which, I mean, I didn't put this into the memo here, but it does bring up a quick little subject. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer in your opinion?
I don't know. Like,
it's a weird one, right? It's that gray soft area of those quarterbacks that we start saying, do we throw these guys in here?
To me, I think maybe after like 4 or 5 years of eligibility, there's no way he goes in right off the bat other than name brand, like
40 or 50 years. He'd be like old man Manning coming down. And I think the only reason, I honestly mean this, I think one of the only reasons, because I agree, I don't necessarily think he's a Hall of Famer. Like when we talk about like the Hall of Fame quarterbacks, I don't think he's one of them either. But I think if Arch Manning and Peyton Manning Archie Manning, Peyton Manning, and then Arch Manning, like the new up and coming kid here.
Yeah.
If they all got into the Hall of Fame, I think eventually they'd be like, okay, let's throw Eli, let's give him a bone here, and get old man Eli up on stage, and let's get him in there, right? Because I mean, the guy's got 2 Super Bowls. He defeated arguably one of the greatest assembled teams of all time.
I still think it's the best one of all time. That 07 Patriots team, nothing tops that. That 07 Patriots team would have beat you guys.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
That 07 Patriots team would have mopped the floor with you guys.
Ooh, that's a good. I'm putting that on the board. The 07 Pats. 07 Pats versus the $20. Buddy, that's a good one. We're gonna talk about that one day. Okay. So some of these other signings that happen across the board, these big ones. So Tampa Bay is basically getting everybody back. I'm not going to talk. We'll talk about that when I talk about the Buccaneers predictions I had last year coming up. Yeah. Kansas City, me and you, the day that they released all their linemen, we were like, what in the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And now we understand that you were going for some more veterans who would arguably be a little bit better.
See, here's where I still don't like that move one bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Eddie that was a perfect tease. We'll get that figured out here, guys. Don't worry. He'll be back in a second. He's not wrong though. Like $80 million to Tooney is going to be a problem. First of all, and Kyle Long is still a veteran, and Kyle Long is still coming off of a year and stuff like that. It's got $5 million guaranteed to him, so it should work out. But I can see where Alex is coming from. And there he is again.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Okay, so
go ahead.
The entire Super Bowl, it wasn't the guards and centers that were causing all the issues. You weren't getting hit from up the middle. It was from that outside. Yep. You have 2 elite tackles, and you let them both walk. And sure, you got Tooney, and you got your interior offensive lineman. But you've got nobody at tackle.
Right.
And to me, that left tackle, especially for a quarterback like Mahomes, is the most important position on that team.
Agreed. And I've gotten flack for this before, and I've been on Rick Hughes of Buck Report's stupid thing Buccaneers fans say, when I said that the Buccaneers should look at obviously just drafting the best offensive tackle at 32. And I still hold true to that as well. I think running back would be a good idea, and maybe just some edge and some defensive line. You can go any which way on that.
Yeah.
But that scared me. Oh, the one thing. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought because that noise there scared me. Is if the Chiefs are at 31 and you can get one of the top 5 offensive linemen that are still possibly on the board, I would do it. But like I've said before, Kansas City is built to be one of those teams where you just take the best player available and you just call it a day. It doesn't matter if it's a wide receiver. If it's a quarterback, you're not going to take the quarterback. But
yeah.
It is what it is. So I agree with that. The Chargers, they're building a line to protect Herbert.
It's about time.
About fucking time. I mean, me and you both agreed and disagreed at points this season that Anthony Lynn should be fired. Anthony Lynn should leave and stuff like that. My reasoning ended up being like the reason is like he is a defensive coach and he is a good coordinator. But when you have that elite talent, it's like you got to get someone younger and someone who knows these new systems and stuff like that to utilize the offense properly. Totally understand that.
Yeah.
So building this offensive line, getting the center from Green Bay, because I thought the Chargers would have just bit the bullet and grabbed any best lineman available, which they still probably could if I think it's right tackle that they need now or the right guard.
No, right guard.
Right guard.
They would need,
Yeah. So I think
they got Belag at right tackle.
That's right. I think they could still do it. I really do think they could still do it. Not grabbing a right tackle, but like a right guard. If you're because they're sitting at what? It'll be that
13.
13. So Dallas is 10. Giants
11.
Okay,
yeah.
So this is the board, ladies and gentlemen, as you see right here. I got it in order. I just don't obviously have a number beside it because I'm lazy. But we got our notes of the year to kind of help us with our mock drafts and stuff like that. Which quickly to get off of the free agency for all you mock draft fans and all you draft fans who think that what the picks are going to be from number 1 to 32, we got a giveaway for you this season. Since we love our mock drafts and we're going to come up with ways to do so many different mock drafts and have different point schemes and stuff like that, we are going to do a major NFL draft giveaway. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you guys to send us your picks from 1 to 32, trades if you want, and this, that, and everything else. And we'll have a point scheme and we'll put that up on our page and stuff like that when we get it 100% locked down. And if you win, you get the biggest prize of the night, which is probably going to be a jersey. I just ordered another one and just won another one. I don't understand. I went so long not winning any, and all of a sudden it's just like, here's some signed jerseys.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a couple of those to give away. We'll have a couple of other things to give away. Just like today, we're going to have a couple of things to give away. So be ready for that. And we will have a page for you to fill out. I'm working on that right now. But also, we want to keep it to the last week to 3 days before the draft, just in case any major trades happen. I don't want to send everyone's brackets back and be like, can you please redo it? Because there was a trade with the Cowboys or something like that. I don't need everybody hating on me. So there is that. So stay tuned for more info on that. Some of these other teams quickly that have picked them up. Cleveland got that safety, Joe Johnson.
They also grabbed Troy Hill, the corner.
Yeah, man.
Stole half the Rams secondary.
Yeah. Can we finally say that the Browns might actually be a scary team?
Yeah. I mean, they went, mind you, Mahomes went down, but they went toe-to-toe with the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Hey, so did the Washington football team with my Bucks. So some of these teams that we laugh at that are just barely making playoffs may actually start doing some damage.
They're on the rise.
Uh-huh. Yeah. We both said it with the Buffalo Bills. And how many people laughed at us about the Buffalo Bills for the last 2 years? That's right.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we started a show is because me and Alex started realizing like a lot of things that we say are literally happening. And we're not saying that as egotistical people. We have loved sports. He's the only person I've ever known. When I start throwing out some of these analytics, you can actually throw a couple things back and be like, I mean, you're not wrong, Foobz, but you're missing this point and you're missing this point. And I'm like,
yeah, and you're the same way for me. I've never had anybody to counter back and forth like that.
Exactly. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, yo, I need you to stop listening to the shows and I'm just going to cancel it. We're going to get you on the show. Couple of the other things, Jacksonville is just doing everything appropriately to get a few people into the building. We don't need to talk too much about it because we kind of know who they're drafting first overall.
Yeah, it's kind of given.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. The video I saw of Zach Wilson.
No. Urban Meyer was under center at Trevor Lawrence's pro day. It is happening.
Yeah, he was literally sniffing the ball before he even. Yeah. That's for sure. But you never know. I'm just kidding. San Fran has basically just started getting some more veteran leadership in there. They also kept Trent Williams.
That was huge. I didn't think there was any way he was back.
You and me both, dude.
Yeah.
I thought Trent Williams was like, hey, is that what Kansas City was looking at? Is that what all these other guys were looking at? Maybe
I thought Indianapolis.
Yeah. You want to create these.
Carson Wentz wouldn't ever get touched.
Oh, so the Washington football team, and to all those major fans out there, understand that we have a live show. We have to adhere to some of these rules that exist now.
Yeah.
Our personal opinions don't matter, and we're not going to have them live on air. But we are going to call it the Edmonton football team and the Washington football team, and so on and so forth, obviously, until they have a proper name. That being said, the Washington football team, I think in 1990 or 1991, when they won that Super Bowl, had like the greatest offensive line of all time.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about like, hey, the Colts' defense is already pretty fucking stacked. That defensive line is already pretty stacked. And
linebacker core is really good too.
Oh man, I have said for the 2 years, 3 years that he's existed now, in the 2 to 3 years that me and you have known each other, Quentin Nelson is going to be the best damn fucking old lineman ever.
Yeah.
Just ever.
Yeah.
And that one video that's been going around Twitter where he's hitting someone and stopping someone and still looking around for another hit is absolutely insane.
Yep.
And I was hoping the Bucs would have traded up that year. And everyone was like, well, we have Marpet and Kappa. And I'm like, yeah, I understand.
Nelson's one of those ones that could also play all five.
Yeah. Yes. And if we would have had, and I love Kappa, but let's actually, you know what? No, take Donovan Smith off of the offensive line, right? And you put Tristan Wirfs there, and you move Kappa maybe to right tackle, and you have Marpet and him in the, yes, but it's never going to happen. Anyway,
no. He's never leaving. They're not getting rid of him.
No, he will sign one of the biggest contracts for an offensive lineman for sure.
Yeah.
A couple more here quickly to go over some major ones here before we forget. Houston is just signing
anybody that'll play for them at this point.
I also really don't want to talk about the situation that's going there.
No, I say until we know more, let's just not touch that.
Yeah, and I agree. You're leaving me low-hanging fruit here, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so Seattle actually grabbed Gerard Everett, which was an interesting one for me. Bringing back Chris Carson was another big one. Baltimore getting a little bit more of an offensive line and defensive line is a good thing. Yeah. Miami's pickups aren't too bad. Arizona. Our buddy Chris in our Dynasty League, he's a diehard, and he was trying to order that Watt jersey.
Like minutes after they signed him.
He's like trying to personalize it, and they're like, you can't do this. He's like, what do you mean I can't do this?
I mean, I tried to do the same with a Stafford Rams jersey. So
and they were like, no, we're gonna make $20 extra off of all of you coming into this. I get it. I totally get it. Quick comments here. We got some comments. We live, baby. Jared Martin out of T-Bay. Always good to see you. That Raps ad is lit. Thank you. This is actually probably one of my favorites, besides probably my Grizzly one, but I'll probably wear the Grizzly one next show. There we go. Back to that. All right. Now, with that being said, we do have a top 5 Dynasty list because that is what this show is. So for a lot of you out there who don't know, we created a Dynasty League. And it's basically, instead of repeating the draft every single year of all the players out there, you do the draft one time, you keep all those players, and your draft that happens every year is literally of the rookies that are coming into the NFL.
Yeah.
And last year we did both at the same time. And our last year winner, Mr. Brad Slater, congratulations. You spanked me when Alvin Kamara decided to just get 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was insane.
I thought I had a chance. I thought my team was almost unbeatable, and I still think it kind of is still almost unbeatable, but I was so pissed.
Yeah.
I was so pissed watching that game, being like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Can you guys just can you give it to Murray? Can you throw the ball? Drew Brees would probably like a couple more of those touchdowns, you know?
I think he was okay with Kamara running that in.
Fucking his arm definitely was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations to Brad. We still got to figure out if we're doing. I think we decided that we're doing a belt.
Yeah,
and I do like the idea of a belt. We're gonna have to get that up and running. We'll have it on the show, hopefully soon, before the start of next season officially. We will.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna send it out to Brad. And then our rules in our Dynasty League is basically if you win, you get the belt. And then we pay everyone to pay. I think it's like $2 or something like that, and we get that little thing with just your
little
name,
plates. Yeah,
slide it in, and it's yours for the year. This, that, and everything else. We do not do a league where the loser has to do something drastic. I don't have that much time to do that kind of stuff. Nor do I. I would probably be the one that would probably bet, no, okay, guys, you guys don't have to do it. Whereas everybody would be like, no, Fulbear, you're going streaking down fucking White Ave, man.
Yeah, and the year we did that would be the year your team just tanks. Like,
the Peyton Manning 4th year with the Broncos would be my Tom Brady 4th year with the Bucs for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, maybe I still think I got 2 more years of eliteness from Brady, and then that's where it starts to.
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, we've said that for the last 5 years with Brady, so who knows?
I said it when he wasn't even on my team.
Yeah.
I never hated him before he wasn't on my team, though. I don't understand why people keep.
Yeah, okay.
Love Brady.
Yeah,
absolutely love Brady. You ask all our Patriot fans at work and stuff like that. I loved Brady. He was fucking adored him. Okay, so we have our top 5 Dynasty free agent signings so far. So Kenny Golladay is not signed. Juju has been signed and stuff like that. But we have our top 5 list, and I'm going to get Alex to give his top from 5 to 3 first, and then I'll give my 5 to 3, and then Alex will give his top 2, and I'll give my top 2. So, Alex, who do you got at number 5?
My number 5 is Dak Prescott. I mean, the last time he played a full season, he was up at the top of just fantasy points in general. He's got weapons left, right, and center. That offense is electric. I don't see any way Dak isn't one of the top fantasy guys this season. Number 4, I've got Curtis Samuel, who just left Carolina to go sign with Washington. You give Ryan Fitzpatrick that speed weapon like that, him and Terry McLaurin are going to light it up. I think that's going to be one of the top guys to get. And number 3, I have Aaron Jones, the running back for the Packers, re-signed. Running backs are they're king in fantasy football. If you've got a good running back, you've got a chance to win it all. Behind that offensive line, it's still a good offensive line. You've got Aaron Rodgers throwing it everywhere with no weapons. So there's always that danger that Aaron Jones is going to pop off.
No, you're not wrong. I mean, we all do make fun of the fact that the Packers didn't really grab any weapons and stuff like that. Whereas I've always been on the opposite side where, hey, you grabbed a quarterback and you grabbed a running back. If something happens to Aaron Rodgers or your running back and stuff like that, you have a backup. It's as simple as that. So when Jamal Williams, has left, now all of a sudden you've got a actual starter in your background or in the back behind Aaron Jones as well, right?
Yeah.
So, I got Dan Arnold actually at number 5. So he just signed with the Carolina Panthers. I think he is going to be the tight end spot in Carolina has been just kind of missing. There hasn't been too much in there.
Yeah.
I think he's really going to help that spot. I really do. And I literally just put him on there today because he just got signed today. But
yeah,
Kyler Murray, if he gets a flipping tight end here, guys, that offense becomes really fucking intimidating. Number 4, I also got Curtis Samuel. Guys, this is an underrated, very underrated signing here. The Washington football team's offense is scattered with running backs that can play wide receiver, wide receivers that can play running back, tight ends that can play wide out. This is a really scary offense. We don't even know who the hell Heineke is.
That he almost beat the Bucs.
Exactly. And we really do not understand who the hell this guy is. Okay. And then number 3, I also got Aaron Jones, guys. Hey. I thought he was going to the Dolphins, and I was scared.
I did too.
Guys, my Dynasty League only has Myles Gaskin. in my one. So I'm in 2 dynasties right now, and then I know you're getting up to your other one.
Yeah.
But the 2 that I'm in, the one I have way too many running backs, and the other league I'm in, I got like no fucking running backs. And Myles Gaskin is now one of my like major starters. And all these times that people are like, oh, running back, like Aaron Jones, all of a sudden going to the Dolphins, I would have been trying to trade for him if that happened, and I would have been trying to give up Gaskins. Just was like, here's some spare parts. So yeah, Aaron Jones going back there, man. You just get Aaron Rodgers is going to come for it, and the Buccaneers are not going to be able to get those easy wins off of them, especially like we did last year. I mean, we walked into Lambeau and I had almost no. I was like, we just beat the fucking Saints, the Aints.
Yeah.
And there is. I'm going to look at the camera when I say there ain't no love for the Saints fans on this show. Thank you very much.
I mean, I kind of like them now because I got their coach. But
Yeah. I know. And we're gonna get into that here in a bit too.
Yeah.
There is Nicole is one fan from work and stuff like that. She's a Saints fan. Me and her messaged each other right before, be like, "Hey, this week it's no hate on you." Okay.
Yeah.
Our fan base is really fucking hate each other. So, yeah. So give me your top 2 here, buddy.
Okay, so number 2, I went Will Fuller. Left the Texans, thank God. Now he's in Miami. That speed threat for Tua. It's one of the top receivers when healthy for fantasy football. He can stretch the field. He'll get tons of downfield passes as long as Tua can make the throw to him. Like that can be a big get. It's kind of a hit or miss because he's injury prone, but I say take the risk on him. And my number 1 would be Corey Davis. The receiver left the Titans, went to the Jets. So whether it's Sam Darnold, whether it's a rookie quarterback, they've got a number 1 receiver now. This guy can do it all. He's big, he's physical, he's quick, like good hands. I think he could be a stud in that offense.
You are not wrong at all. Sorry, I'm actually was just trying to type something out, so now I'll put myself back on the thing. No, you're not wrong. That's one of the reasons why I got Corey Davis at number 2. Like, if the Jets signed a running back right now, it would have been number 1 hands down. I wrote an article about this where it's like the Jets are literally, not say prime for, the best landing spot for a running back, but my God, guys, they need a running back.
Bad.
Like bad. And I do honestly think something in me is telling me that if when they draft Zach Wilson, because I'm basically almost sold on that now, when they draft Zach Wilson, I think that they're going to go hard after Travis Etienne and stuff like that, because now you got what's the other guy's name there? Denzel Mims and Corey Davis.
Yep.
And that's 1A, 1B.
And Jamison Crowder is your slot.
Exactly.
That's a really good wide receiver trio.
Exactly. So, and that offensive trio right there of just wide receivers looks exactly like Carolina last year, where it's, everyone's got their own different style that they can play with and stuff. And they could utilize it, man. That the rookie quarterback that goes in there is going to be loving that. And then number 1, this is where I know for a fact I am going to get a lot of flack on. And just give me 1 second here. I have to. There we go. Okay. Now, the one thing that I have said from the beginning is whenever the Patriots actually pull the trigger and get a tight end, that's going to be like my number 1 and stuff like that. And then they grabbed 2. And I didn't waver. I said Hunter Henry number 1. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this because everyone's like, Andrew, he's not on the Chargers anymore. Andrew, he's not. What do you mean? This doesn't make any sense. Well, Hunter Henry is, in my opinion, was and still is the biggest free agent signing right now in just all the free agency, because
interesting,
the man can block. And I understand that. I understand the injury and the injury prone and this, that, and everything else, and all the worries that everybody's talking about.
It was bad luck, those ACLs and everything. That happens. It's not. It's just flukes.
Exactly. And he is now in Bill Belichick's system. He ain't going to no pussy system. I hate to say it like that. He ain't going to no, up front, get me hurt type of system.
He's not playing for Adam Gase.
Yeah, he's going to a system that's going to utilize him for him. And I honestly think that the Smith, was it Smith? Yeah, Jonnu Smith. The Jonnu Smith signing was the first one to think, oh, he's the big tight end acquisition. He's the main guy. But the Hunter Henry, that picture with Bill Belichick, in my opinion, says it all. I mean, I don't like to use the guy's name because of what he did before, but Bill Belichick loved Aaron Hernandez. Yeah. And he also loved Gronkowski. He knows what to do with those guys because it's hard to get those athletic guys blocked by linebackers unless you have linebackers like my Bucks. And I'm not saying that as a biased Bucks fan.
That's just being realistic.
But I kind of am a biased Bucks fan. Woo!
And I mean, if you're being realistic about it, they're too big and quick. They're too quick to be covered by linebackers, too big to be covered by safeties.
And
matchup nightmares.
Right? And now all of a sudden you do have wide receivers up there, and you do have a lot of running backs and stuff like that. They may not be the greatest, but you also have Cam Newton. And whether they actually use Cam Newton or not is still, left to be seen. But
I don't think so.
I also do agree. So even if they put in Stidham or a Mac Jones, these rookie guys,
they're going to draft somebody.
I also agree. That's why I keep saying Mac Jones. It just sounds like Mac Jones would be I think Mac Jones would be scary to be developed by Bill Belichick and company there.
Yeah.
And that's why I think, once you're a rookie, if you are a rookie, not to say scared, but if you're a rookie that doesn't understand the system completely, and Bill Belichick's system is not easy to learn.
No.
The two people you're going to throw it to is Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
And I can almost guarantee you with the way that Hunter Henry plays and the way that he breaks off of some of these tackles and stuff like that, it'd probably be Hunter Henry. And Jonnu Smith would be more of those quick not curls, but those little claw. I call them claws because we're Canadian. It's a claw play where you kind of run out, stop, and then you do like this little side shuffle where you can be, stay within that zone and stuff like that. Whereas Hunter Henry's just going to block out these guys and he's just going to get separation. And he's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So that's why I got Hunter Henry number 1. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for it, and I don't care. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We've actually had some good viewership the last little bit here, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can actually see where everybody's viewing from as well. This is dope. So shout out to everybody for tuning in. Getting in now quickly to my predictions. So I did predictions last year with the Bucks. I do them every year. I go game by game. Once the schedule is obviously out, I don't play this. What if the schedule is this? And what if we do? I don't play that bullshit. I wait till the day the schedule is out, and the next day or the day after is usually when I have all of my articles or whatever written because I'm prepared for it. Last year, so I'm going to bring up a couple of things. I'm actually going to post a picture of last year. And actually, me and Alex were just talking about this beforehand. About on the right-hand side is the draft order that I predicted it would be. And it is pretty fucking close to what it actually is.
Yeah.
But this was my final prediction of the year of what the Buccaneers was going to be right up here on the screen. I had the Buccaneers taking it all. Oh, yeah. That's right. I predicted it. And I said it would happen. I got laughed at for a year. For a year. Fucking year, you all. Oh, that's going to hurt people's ears, and I'm sorry. But for a fucking year, I heard nothing but like, Foobz, it's Brady. He's old. Your offense sucks. Your Bucks suck. Everything about your team sucks. I have a trophy. Thank you. I just wanted everybody to know that. I am not going to sit here and pretend like I was right about everything, though, okay?
Indianapolis was a big one. Denver was a big one.
So my big thing actually with Indianapolis, the only reason I said Indianapolis was because Phillip Rivers, I said, and me and you were just talking about it. Indianapolis is built to win now, guys.
Yeah.
So very, very scary. Some of the other things that I said here.
Draft order is a big one.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, look at that draft order, guys. Jacksonville and the Jets, I had 1 and 2. Take Washington football team out of there. But like
Cincinnati and Atlanta, switch them.
Yeah. Miami's
right Miami to 3.
Yeah.
Carolina at 8, right on the money.
Yeah,
Detroit right there.
Giants
right there.
I'm so good. This is what we are all about. Okay, so some of the other things. This is where Colin Cowherd's got this. Where I was right, where I was wrong. So this is where I'm gonna do. Where I was right, where I was wrong. So what I said, points per game for the Buccaneers. I actually said we were gonna be 28.5. I said we were only gonna go up like a 0.1. I got laughed at for that. 30.8. I will accept the L on that one. It is, in my opinion, more than a 1.5. So I'm going to accept the L on that one. The defense, I said would allow 26.8. Man, 22.2.
Yeah.
I did it a lot better. A lot better than what I thought. So I definitely have to give them that. And I will take the L on that one. Now, here's the one I'm going to take. I'm not going to take an L. I'm going to take a dub for this one because I said Brady would have 4,460 yards passing. He ended with 4,633. That's within 200 yards. I'm going to give myself that one.
Yeah.
He had 40 touchdowns throwing, and he had 12 interceptions. I had him with 12 interceptions and 4 forced fumbles. I had him with 34 touchdowns throwing and 3 rushing. And I think he had 1 rushing this year.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm just going to call that 50-50. I said Shaq Barrett after, saying he would only have 6 sacks. I came back with my final prediction and said he'd have 8.5. He ended with 8. It's all right. The team itself, 45.5 sacks is what I said. 48 is what they got. I'm going to take the win on that one. 12 to 15 interceptions. They ended with 15. And then, of course, the one big ones that I was right, Godwin and Gronk. I said they would have 6. They had 7. I said Evans would have 7, and he had 13. So not bad. My predictions weren't necessarily, too far off than what they, actually happened to be. All of it aside, though, I did not actually, deep down, I was hoping that the Bucs were going to win the damn Super Bowl. I did not actually. For a bit there, I was like, we're going to have a good season and something's just going to happen. That's just the life of a Bucs fan.
Yeah, we're used to that.
But not no more.
Let you have your fun for a couple of years.
See, I'm waiting for my Super Bowl gear to get in. It should be here soon. Please. That's all I want is my Super Bowl gear. So that was my predictions. We are going to do Alex predictions here in a few, but one of the reasons why a lot of people are obviously tuning in is because they want to get some stuff. That's what we want to do, is we want to give some people some stuff, because obviously it's just who we are. Okay. Me and Alex like sports, and we like sports enough that we figured, why not be able to be a little bit more interactive with the fans and stuff like that? We can actually give them stuff. So me and him have been trying to collect some stuff, obviously, some hockey cards, and he just got his Swift jersey. I can see in the background there. That thing is, I gotta get
I love that
jerseys, man. I even when I showed it to Kim, because it showed up here, only because I wanted to make sure that it got here for him. So they sent it to me. It's signed and everything like that. A bunch of people won't be able to see that, but it is signed. It is JCA signature. Like someone was there, this, that, and everything else. Yeah. But that jersey itself and that baby blue number is just way too nice, man.
So nice.
It's so nice. So with that being said, we have some stuff to give away. And now I have to walk away for a second. But we do have some stuff here in the box. In the box. In the box. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So today's giveaways, we have a box of Hot Beat Hot Sauce provided from our friends, not sponsors, but our friends, and always gets free sponsorships or free shout outs and stuff like that. Yeah. Our friends at Heartbeat Hot Sauce. Check them out, heartbeathotSauce.com. You can follow my friend on Facebook, Dylan Ignace, for all these posts about back content, like him taking pictures in the back and stuff like that, which is always cool to see. We also have today, ladies and gentlemen, a Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning. I got to figure out this camera stuff. Peyton Manning jersey, still with the tag, as you can see. Right. That is one. And our other big ones today, ladies and gentlemen. We have some cards that we're going to give away. We're going to do that here in a few. We've got a Jonathan Quick. We have got a Anya Okungwa. I believe Okungwa. My apologies. We got a Braden Prust rookie card. And we also got a James Wiseman.
That one's dope.
That one is dope. I didn't want to give it away, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And we also have the Joe Burrow rookie card that a lot of people have been talking about. And a Morgan Greike UD canvas for our hockey fans up here in the frozen motherland. And we are going to do that in a second. But we also have a Eli Kovalchuk signed picture.
Oh, that's cool.
Authenticated. Stop hitting the damn mic, Andrew. And our big one for today is what really started this whole idea of giving some stuff away.
Yeah.
Is the Sam Reinhart Buffalo Sabres signed jersey. Got it right there. And the sticker's right there. And we're going to give those away. So let's do a card first. Okay. So we're going to do the Morgan Greike giveaway. Where the hell did my pen go? Did I drop it again? Because that's a classic.
You always do that.
That's a classic North Sports thing. Is I drop my fucking pen. Okay, so take all these names. I have 32 entries, I guess you would say. A couple people are doubled because they subscribed. Few people have made sure. They're like, hey, am I in this thing? And I'm like, oh yeah. There are other people who have not made their YouTube subscriptions open. So if you want to get into the other giveaways later on and you were like, hey, why didn't I see my name today? We will definitely get you into the other draws, but we obviously, need to make sure that you're actually in there.
Yeah.
So for the Morgan Greike, we're going to do a quick little, let me put it back on StreamYard here. All right. Quick little, can't really move the camera. I didn't think of this well. You're just going to have to trust me here for a second. Okay. So we got a 5. Okay, so we got a 5. So I go to randomizer.org and I go 1, 2, 3. You can hear the clicks while I'm doing 4. And then last one, winner of this one is, so we'll go for the first one, first giveaway, click Ian Garland. Ian Garland.
Congrats, Ian.
That's an easy one to bring to work.
Yeah.
All right. So Ian Garland has gotten that. There we go. Randomizer. All right. Now we're going to do another quick one. We'll do the Eli Kovalchuk. Let's do the Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk picture. Now, if I got to send it out to somebody, understand that I will try my best to make sure it doesn't get bent. Get one of those box ones, I think. Box things to send it off in.
Yeah.
Eli Kovalchuk signed picture. He's got 8. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that wasn't a click. That's a click. 5, 6, 7, and our last click, and the winner of the Eli Kovalchuk, ladies and gentlemen, goes to James Kozak. James.
Oh, interesting.
Congrats,
James.
Not sure exactly who that is. Obviously, a fan because they shared
family friend of mine.
Family friend of yours. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. Know how to get that one out too. That's an easy one. Maybe not, but who knows? Goes down there, and we'll quickly do one more. How did I put all the? Oh yeah, they're right here. Let's do the big one. Or do one of the big ones. Let's do a James Wiseman here, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do the James Wiseman. Go back. Randomizer.org. Boom. Oh, hey. Damn you. I hate when it does that. It just doesn't go right back to it. I hate you. Okay, rolling the dice quickly. It's a 9. 1,
Making you work for it.
2, 3, 4, 5. The greatest NASCAR driver drives number 9 too, by the way. That's a shot to some of your family. 6, 7, 8, and the winner of the James Wiseman, which is actually worth a couple of bucks. I checked it.
Yeah.
Goes to Johnny Dean. Johnny Dean, one of the Bucks Report fans and contributors, and one of my biggest fans. You've won yourself a James Wiseman. Congratulations. We'll do some more giveaways here in a bit, ladies and gentlemen. So to make sure I write down all of these winners. There we go. And 3 was Johnny. So congratulations, all you guys. And we'll get some more here in a few minutes. But we got some other stuff that we need to talk about first. And one of those things is our good friend here and new co-host, Mr. Alex Loosemore, has had a new coaching change and culture change basically come to his Lions over this season. There are kneecaps to be bit. There are punches to be taken, and there are
and thrown. Let's be real here.
And there is just this new swag that seems to be hitting hard on the Detroit Lions going forward here. So please take a couple minutes to yourself here and enlighten all the fans and just, give them some comments, I guess you would say. Let them know why they should be happy about the future of the Lions. Take it away, my friend.
All right. So if you look at the Lions, first and foremost, their coaching staff is all former players. It's people that have been in the league. They know what's going on, know how everything works. They can tell players stuff from past experience. It's stuff that people want to – it's coaches that players want to play for. They're not going to tell you they know more than you or this, that. And they're going to be real with you. I just got a few notes here. First off, I'm so glad with the coach GM hire. As a fan, you get excited about every coach and GM hire. But this one just has a different feel to it. Like, I was excited for Patricia and Quinn. Now, thank God they're gone. Jim Caldwell never should have been fired, but that's neither here nor there.
I agree with that.
I've said this for a few years now, and they finally pulled the trigger on it. The Lions are going into a full-blown rebuild. We traded away Stafford so he can finally go push for a Super Bowl ring. Like, so happy for him on that. Tore the defense down, which needed to happen. They destroyed that defense. It was awful the last few years. The high-priced free agents like Galladay and all that, gone too. We're not spending money on those guys. We've got a good young quarterback in Jared Goff, who I think just needed to change of scenery at this point. Like, I think if you get a few weapons around him, then he could really shine. This is, especially with free agency now, with what we've done, it's a lot of guys that have something to prove. It's a lot of these guys that if they don't shine here, they might not get another job. Looking at Goff, Jamal Williams was an awesome signing to be that running back too. Rashad Perriman, 1 year, $3 million deal to be that speed threat. Funny enough, his dad used to play for us, signed in like the 80s or 90s.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, I just found that out the other day. Terrell Williams, 1 year, almost $5 million deal. He's been really good when healthy, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy recently. So if he can stay healthy this year, that could be a number one receiver for us. Josh Hill, a really good depth tight end. Re-signing Romeo Okwara was huge. I've got it here. Okwara had 10 sacks last season. The team in general had 24. So he had 10 of the 24 sacks. He had 3 forced fumbles. He was a monster last year.
Oh, that's just
And I've been saying for a few years now, this guy's legit. He needed time to play. They weren't playing him. So now you've got Aquara on one side. You've got Trey Flowers as your other end. And then running a 4-3, we traded for Michael Brockers, which, in my opinion, this is an absolute steal. This guy's a top-notch D tackle. It just doesn't look like it because he was playing beside Aaron Donald. A 7th-round pick for 2 years from now. And we re-signed him 3-year, $24 million extension. I think that guy's going to be a stud for us. Like, he can do it all. He can stop the run, rush the passer. Like, that guy's awesome. Now, as excited as I am, it's going to be a few rough years because there's not much talent on this team outside of the guys I said. We got a decent offensive line. We've got DeAndre Swift.
Yep.
But there ain't much here. So we're looking probably 3 to 5 years before we compete for anything, which at this point I'm okay with because it's been 20, 21, 22 years now of constant struggles. So what's a couple more?
I was going to say, we are also just really big. I mean, he's more a Detroit fan through and through on
In
a few
general,
things.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of the Detroit Red Wings, and, you know, I like my Red Wings.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And it sucks that you haven't had anything to cheer for a few years. And I mean that with all the respect, because every single time we have a discussion, we don't even like to talk about the Lions because it's like,
yeah, there's nothing really to talk about except wasting talent.
Exactly. Wow. I just happened to look over here and see what the heck was going on. Kansas Jaybirds are down right now. And this
Interesting.
East Washington team is looking actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty dangerous coming in. One more thing I just want to throw out there about the Lions, mainly Stafford. This guy, I love this guy. He's freaking insane. So he did not miss a start last year. He played all 16 games. He left some games. I'm about to tell you why. So the different injuries he had this last year, he tore his UCL in his right thumb, his throwing thumb, tore the ligament in it, tore that same ligament in his left elbow, broke cartilage on the 8th rib. He didn't say what specifically, but he tore something in the back of his left knee, and he had a major right ankle sprain. And he played all 16 games. Jesus. Started all 16 games. We were long out of the playoffs, week 17. He had already requested his trade.
Yeah.
Meaningless game against the Minnesota Vikings, and he still went out there. Like, this guy's insane. I'm calling it now. He's going to win a Super Bowl in LA.
Ooh.
It might be this year.
Ooh. No, I'm not gonna lie. There are a couple of teams that the Bucs are probably looking at being like, listen, we gotta make sure that we're smart going into this next year for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Alex's talk about the Lions. We actually will have a lot of Lions content on this show. This is a Buccaneers, a Lions, a Red Wings podcast, like a show. This is going to be, those 3 teams are the major 3 teams that we talk about.
Yeah.
And we are going to invite all the fan bases, obviously, out there. We will accept all of you, except you Bruin fans and Penguin fans. And
yeah, screw the Penguins.
Yeah. So going forward here a little bit, I had some stuff basically just in our overlay for some fans to kind of look over here. So we have these pictures up on our site. You can check it out at northsportsdynasty.com. That's right. We have a site where we put all of our articles and all of our content. Usually goes up on there. The show will probably be on there either tomorrow night or Monday night, I believe. If not, they'll be on YouTube, obviously, after they're done. But this was a picture that Kim and my mom actually helped me find and make because it was really hard and difficult to try and find any pictures of me playing football. Look at those damn wrist guards, guys. My gosh.
Man, I remember wearing those when I was in like Pee Wee and Bantam. Like
they did like nothing for. Oh man, I just happened to look at it as a 5-point lead now. Damn. Live bets. No, I'm just kidding. So this is there's this one, and there's of course this one, like where it even looks like these damn things are even huger. Man. So the real question then becomes, ladies and gentlemen, you can put this in the comment section. who would win the Oklahoma drill?
Oh,
I already know what the answer is, and it's not me. But man, if I had to try and go through you to get to some of the sacks and stuff like that I got in high school, because there's the quarterback about to get hit right there. That guy was gonna throw it, and he got fucking creamed. He's gone. This is I love this damn picture. This was North Sports basic logo. This is another reason of how this whole thing started. Is like every time I would go to say something in any comment thread whatsoever, I'd be like, you know what? Let's just not do it. This is the heartbeat hot sauce that you can win, ladies and gentlemen. Well, actually, you know what? Since it's up there, I'll do that giveaway right now since we're kind of talking about it. It's going to be another 8 on the randomizer.
Just take a second here. I just saw it in the comments. Hey, Tanner. Miss you, buddy. Hope all is well. Thanks for watching.
Oh, Tanner Hughesby. Good to see you. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the winner of the Heartbeat Hot Sauce, the box, the whole box, one of the bigger giveaways. And like I said, we'll send it to you if we have to, is Jose Perez.
Congrats, Jose. Oh, he'll love that.
Oh, yeah. I'm so actually kind of happy. Jose, you won hot sauce. We'll send it to you, buddy. I got your address already, I'm pretty sure, because I've sent him a couple of cards. I won, or not one, but I got some Steeler cards, and he was just like, oh, yeah, I want those bad boys. So don't you worry, buddy. We'll send those your way. Yeah, so the Heartbeat hot sauce, and just a picture of me when the Buccaneers actually won the Super Bowl. Oh man, it's a good thing Kim didn't actually record it. But I hit the ground, man. I balled on that guy. Like I can only imagine. Like I can tell you right now, when your Lions do make a Super Bowl, I need to be around you. Holy shit!
Man, at this point, even if they make one, let's set the expectations here.
Yeah,
I would playoff game, then make the Super Bowl, then win it.
I want you guys to be in a fucking playoff game real soon. That would be a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. So to fans out there who have seen this show, knows obviously I'm a big sports guy. Alex is a big sports guy. And one thing that we want to do is when we make these shows, we're gonna make videos later on as well. And in those videos, we want to be able to have your guys' content. I'm not just going to go up and grab content. That's obviously not how it works. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be able to show off, being to games and stuff like that, listen, we've been in a pandemic for a year. We still can't go to some games, and we totally get that. We get that some people around the world can and enjoy your freedom and the decisions that your states and provinces make. It's neither here or there. But we want to be able to see some of these action shots that you guys have gotten from baseball games, hockey games, basketball games, football games, rugby games, soccer games. I don't care. Anything, right? We want to not necessarily be a TSN, but we want to be able to have enough content where we can make a crazy fan-made video. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a video from a friend of ours. Her name is August Otway. She has been a fan of the show. She sent me this a long time ago, and I said I would eventually put it up on this show because it is just appropriate. So she was at a Charlotte Hornets and Raptors in Toronto game about 2 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
And, obviously multi-million-dollar camera angles are going to get, the better of the shot, but
I still think this one's pretty good.
Right? It's always cool. It's always cool when you can get someone to get a shot. That was weird. To get a shot while they're in the crowd. Take a look.
That's still an insane shot. Like
the infamous, it was Lamb, wasn't it?
Jeremy Lamb, yeah.
It was Jeremy Lamb, yeah. The infamous Jeremy Lamb shot against the Raptors. And I'm pretty sure that was when they started bringing out those mint looking jerseys, which at first I was not sold on. I was like, guys, I'm not okay with this. But you know what? They're growing on me because now the Hornets are winning and the Hornets are not doing bad. So
everything looks better than when you're winning. Like,
right?
I mean, real.
Look at the Raptors jerseys, like the ones that they won the championship with, in my opinion, are not the best jerseys that they have at all. I mean, go look at the jerseys.
The purple
right?
one.
No, it's the baby dino jerseys and
yeah.
The gold and black ones that they just released today are so gorgeous. You guys should go give those a check.
I haven't seen them yet. I gotta go take a look.
I did not have a chance to put them on here because I didn't actually think we would be talking about that. So, we'll do the last little bit giveaways here. Just actually, talk about the CFL and XFL partnership because a lot of people asked me to talk about that before we end the show. So we'll do that right after we give away Peyton Manning jersey, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to give that away right now. So let's find out who the winner of the Peyton Manning jersey is going to be. We go to
I was going to say, whoever gets that now, I'm jealous already.
Yeah, when we bought this, it was like, 6. Okay, so 6. So 1. When we bought this, it was like I actually thought I was going to keep it, and I was like, nah, we'll give it up. We'll give it up for this show.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. Anytime now. 5. Okay. And the last one, the winner of the jersey goes to Steven Glasker. Is a new follow. So, Steven, congratulations. We got a Denver Broncos jersey coming to you down in Tampa. So, if you just want me to throw it out now, you can just let me know. But, yeah, you are the winner of our Peyton Manning. It is not signed, but it's still got the tag on it and everything like that. It is a Peyton Manning jersey, though. What we got in the comment section? Alex, rig it so I can win from
That
Kale.
came right up for the Peyton Manning jersey. That was hilarious. That's what really? I left him out there.
Oh, that is hilarious. Sorry,
Man, I wish I could have.
We can't rig anything here. We don't want to start the show off like that.
Yeah, wouldn't be great.
Yeah, as much as I would like to just give a couple people who messaged me being like, hey, can I just like put all of it into like the Peyton Manning jersey or like this, that, and everything else? It's like, I can't do that, man. I'm sorry.
Jalen just said, I'll sign it for them.
Oh, dear. Is she? There she is.
Yeah.
I'll sign it for them. And Jalen, I've seen your signature. You're not going to forge anything. Okay? All right, so let's give out this Calgary Flames. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to make this actually a bigger one. So we're going to do the Braden Prust, the Onwike Okunwa, and the Jonathan Quick all together.
Oh,
that's going to be all together. So 4. So what did we just give away? So the hot sauce went to Jose. 5 was the Peyton that went to Steven Glasker.
Yep.
And now we're going to roll. And we got 4. So this is for 4 cards, ladies and gentlemen. Or 3 cards.
Lower number for you there.
Yeah, thank goodness. These randomizers been just like. Okay, randomize. So we go 1, 2, 3. And the winner of the Braden Prust, the basketball player, because I ain't even going to try and say that name anymore, and the Jonathan Quick numbered is David Searles. Is another Bucks Report fan. Congratulations, buddy. You have won yourself a couple of cards. I will get those sent to you ASAP. Now, the biggest giveaways we have left are the jersey and the Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. We'll do those here in a second. Just want to make sure all of our fans are covered. We've had some great viewers. We're at an hour 9. I thought about an hour and a half is where we were going to go, but
yeah, that's kind of what I was guessing too.
Yeah. So quickly, just on the CFL XFL partnership, because it's not a merger just yet.
I think we're a year, maybe 2 away from that merger.
It's going to happen here, guys. And I know a lot of people, I've actually had a lot of people give me some hate, even Americans give me some hate, being, saying CFL can't be touched. Even if we lose money every year, it's still ours and this, that, and everything else.
You can only lose so much money, though.
Thank you. And I do agree. But this is where you have to be the best CFL player in the CFL in order to even get a chance to go to a practice in the NFL. That's basically how it is. The Rough Riders would have given thousands of dollars to keep Wesleyan Drexler back in the day. And we let him go to the Kansas City Chiefs practice roster. And then he just bounced around and never got signed again.
Well, I mean, and look at some CFL guys now, like Duke Williams was on the Edmonton football team a few years ago. Now is barely playing for the Buffalo Bills. He's like their 4th or 5th receiver. Yep. You got Alex Singleton, the stud linebacker for the Stampeders, is playing on Philadelphia, but that's because they're not very good right now. Chris Strevler, the Grey Cup winning quarterback for Winnipeg, the backup quarterback in Arizona. And I think that's a good fit there. But again, you don't see very many CFL guys transition to the NFL and play. No. And that's where I think if you were to get that American money, because we have to admit where we are not wrong, but where we are not the greatest as a country is our dollar is not that strong. And all of a sudden, if you start bringing in American money to start building these facilities and stuff like that, or start helping these transitions and stuff like that, that's where the advantage comes. And I was on Bucs Report with a few guys talking about this, and a lot of them said that some of their stadiums there would not be able to hold 110-yard fields. Totally understand. No. We can condense it down to 100 if we needed to. Yeah.
But there's a way that you can have everything right in the middle. You can have 12 players on the field if you want. If you want to make it Americanized, like straight up Americanized, have 11. But you can have 12 players on the field. You can have motion.
Yeah.
You can have 4 downs. You can have 100-yard fields. You can take.
You could either go right up on the line or give that yard between the offensive and defensive lines.
Yep. Which, if you just do these extra things, because that's what the XFL was doing anyways. There was doing these things to make the NFL be like, hey, take a look, guys. We got some things that you guys may be able to pick up. And then when you pick that up, we'll start looking at the other things that you guys failed to do, which the NFL does do. NHL does it, and NBA, MLB, everybody does it, okay?
Yep.
At least we don't cheat like the MLB. That being said, though, it's gonna take time.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are not going to like it for like the first, say, 5-10 years and stuff like that. But I can guarantee you that if me and Alex have an opportunity, we would work for the Edmonton football team, whether it was a CFL team or an XFL team. And if it's an XFL team, there's just more of an opportunity that people like us can get in there. And understand this right now, ladies and gentlemen. If the XFL comes to Canada, this fucking show right here, we are the Edmonton football team XFL podcast. And anyone tries to get past us, good fucking luck. ESPN would throw so much money and it wouldn't even work. Pat McAfee would just call me and be like, I'll give you 10 grand, do what you can. I'd be like, done. And if Fox called me and be like, I'll give you 25 grand. I'd be like, done. And I'd throw all their money back in their faces and be like, look what me and Alex did. We're doing the podcast from the fucking roof of the game while the game is happening. You don't even touch us. There are goals that me and Alex set here, ladies and gentlemen. And if the XFL decides to come into Edmonton, you are going through us first before you get any content. And I don't give a shit. If you know who I am, if I put myself and I dedicate myself to something and I'm going to go do it, I'm going to go fucking do it. And if this guy all of a sudden is standing behind me and he doesn't smile, he just straight faces it, they're going to be fucking intimidated. They're just going to let us through. Our team. It's our XFL division, and it's ours, okay? We are going to run this content for all the Canadians, and we will be here for you guys with all the content when it actually goes down. When the day happens, because I am trying to get sources, guys, and it's hard to get sources when none of them exist.
Yeah, it'll take a bit of time here, but
And
I agree with you. It's more than likely going to happen. Like, I don't see any way where the CFL is struggling money-wise, the XFL is probably struggling money-wise.
Yep.
Just put the two together, even if you want to do a CFL division and an XFL division, do your playoffs, and then the winners of those two play each other.
Yep.
Like, there's ways to do it.
No, I agree. There's guys, we can make this work. Don't be anti change when it comes to this. Money can be thrown at universities. Your sons and even your daughters would have a chance to actually get scholarships, like sports scholarships, to get better education. Like, I will admit here on episode 1, season 3, when we look back at this in like 10 years, because me and Alex are going to do this for a while, as long as we can here, guys.
Yeah.
My kids are both going to learn. Like, I'm literally, when Kim's done grooming here in about 45 minutes, she starts, and about an hour after that, we're going to a park, and I'm going to teach my kids how to kick a field goal. Like, you want to talk about the easiest and safest way to get your kids into school through a scholarship, soccer obviously being one. But if they can kick a field goal 10 out of 10 times from the 30-yard line, you got yourself a scholarship, pretty much. And if you look what Pat McAfee did, Pat McAfee is one of the greatest entrepreneurs, and he's going to get a lot of shout outs on this show. Cause I mean, if we could ever get him on this show, I would sit here like,
yeah.
What colors were the steps at West Virginia?
No,
You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even know what the fuck to say at this point. Cause I would feel like if I was too nice, he'd be like, yeah, fuck these guys, I'm out of here. But if I feel as though I was like, hey, Pat McAfee, fuck you, welcome to Canada, he'd be like, yeah, fuck these guys too. So I wouldn't even know what to do, guys. It's going to work. I do think it's going to work. It should. Just give it a chance. It gives us better content for the show, obviously, but it gives us better football to watch. And I've said this before. You guys might laugh, but I'm called the Red Rocket, okay, by fans and my wife and a few other people out there. And so is Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton could be the starting quarterback for the Saskatchewan Roughriders and fucking own that. Colin Kaepernick could all of a sudden go play for the Halifax team whenever they decide to make it. You want to show that you can actually be a football player? You play in Halifax, and you got a bunch of newfies that all of a sudden just absolutely adore you. Josh Gordon can go play in BC and enjoy himself. He would be high every game. Percy Harvin would be on the other side of him getting baked before every game. Marshawn Lynch. Okay? Guys, there is so many, like, we joke about some of these, okay? But, like, to be completely honest with you, some of these players that Johnny Manziel, he tried it in the CFL, it didn't work.
Yeah.
We all know that. Chase Daniels, Case Keenum.
Martavis Bryant just signed in Toronto.
Tyrod fucking Taylor, guys. Like, these quarterbacks that we laugh at, like, when they get signed by your team and you're like, ugh, why all of a sudden? Like, why are we doing this? Listen, you put Ryan Fitzpatrick on the Toronto Argonauts, he is a god.
Yeah.
He's a god, and it's not even close, guys.
Well, I mean, look at some of the historic quarterbacks that played in the CFL. You got Warren Moon, you got Doug Flutie, Joe Theismann. Like,
Yep. It's just, those guys had to do what it took to get back to the NFL. And that's what's been used against me. People being like, well, don't you want people to actually do that? I do. But I want it to be respectively easier for Canadians to be exposed to the NFL as well. I want more Canadians in the NFL. That's another reason why we started this show. Like, this is an open platform for all Canadian athletes. American athletes are going to have to give us your passport information, SIN number. This is for Canadians. Obviously, we love our American friends, and we're always going to have our American friends involved in this and stuff like that. But we love our Canadians, and we are always going to pay the respects to the Canadians. And if we can get Canadian NFL players on here, like Chuba, we got you, buddy. Like, hey, I think you should be a first-round running back. I don't give a damn what anybody thinks, okay?
I mean, he was the best running back in college 2 years ago.
Thank you. Buffalo Bills probably know that, okay? I'm just saying, you'd be really great.
He's going to be a steal.
he is going to be a steal. And he's Canadian. And he lived 20 minutes away from me. So if he's ever just home for the offseason, guess, hey, man, I can meet you literally anywhere for an interview.
Yeah.
I'll drive to you. I'll fly if you actually need me to. I'll go to Josephburg and fly into Sherwood Park. I just fucking need to, sure. Got a couple more comments here. We got Stephanie Loosemore. Great job, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very interesting content, Alex. Right?
Thank you.
Right? Got a lot of Lion fans popping in here. You guys watch fan-controlled football at all? I tried, and it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's like arena football.
Yeah.
I think you know that it eventually it'll be there if there's nothing else on TV, and it'll be entertaining to throw on once and be like, hey, what are the rules for this or whatever, right? And you might get into it for like 3 or 4 weeks, like I did with the lacrosse there for a while, and even the Arena Football League and all that kind of stuff back in the day. I think fan controlled football just came in. It had the right idea. I think if the XFL and CFL do this merger, or if the XFL does come back, the fan football craze will probably fall out. Sadly, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
March Madness winner. We were just talking about our Final Fours there.
Yeah.
It's not Ohio State, that's for sure. And it's not
Michigan. Thank God. Bye-bye.
What happened to Michigan?
No, Michigan State.
Oh, that's right.
Michigan State, yeah.
That's right.
They can go too. Little brother can go away.
I was like, wait a second. Your family's on here. Why don't you tell them your love for Michigan State?
Yeah. No, little brother can stay away. Tom Izzo can go crawl back in his hole till November again.
It's so true. So my winner is based off of only two things: seating and the shows that I've listened to. I honestly, I'm going to stick with Texas as my whole winner.
Interesting. So I've got two here.
Okay.
The fan in me obviously wants Michigan, and I think if Isaiah Livers comes back, if Isaiah Livers makes it back and is healthy, they can go toe to toe with anybody. They can go beat Gonzaga. They can go beat Baylor. They beat Illinois multiple times. They can beat anybody in this tournament.
You're not wrong.
If Isaiah Livers isn't in, I think they still make probably Sweet 16, Elite 8, but that's probably it because that region they're in is loaded.
Oh yeah.
But to me, my Final Four, I realistically probably either way, is Gonzaga, Michigan, Baylor, and I've got Oklahoma State with Cade Cunningham, more than likely the number one pick in next year's draft.
He's gonna be a Thunder.
No, Timberwolves right now. He can come to my Timberwolves. But I think it's either Michigan or Gonzaga.
That's
for me, Gonzaga though, it's hard to go wire to wire undefeated number one overall. Like,
yep. We talked about that at work too. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Gonzaga wins it all. And you were like, you think they're gonna just not be like they're not gonna lose a single game? And I was like, hey, well.
To play like 35 games and not lose a game, that would be insane.
Yeah, then at least your starting rotation better be the first like 10 picks of the draft because you're not Kansas and you're not, the Tar Heels and this, that, and everything else.
Kentucky or Duke.
Michigan State and you were familyless.
Yeah, no, there's no way.
Yeah, your whole family's Michigan, eh?
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got like people on my dad's side. There's a few Michigan State fans, but
we don't talk to them, do we?
I mean, we talk to them when we whoop them once or twice a year, but like football, we talk to them lots. Not this year; they beat us, but
yeah, your family is quite funny because you guys are like diehards when it comes to the sports and stuff like that.
Sports in general, yeah,
like sports in general. Whereas my family is very like spotty and stuff like that. Like my fiance is a big Golden Knights fan. She is now what I used to self-proclaim her as a Miami Dolphins fan. She's basically taken that role. I would say she's a Miami Heat fan because she keeps bugging me every day to buy her those jerseys. She wants
the Vice jerseys, yeah.
She like really wants one of
Those are insane. Like,
you know what? I may be nice and I might buy it actually after this. Do not quote me, all of you fans, because now I'm gonna have people messaging Kim being like, "Did you get your jersey? Andrew said you got your jersey on the show." Yeah, shut up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting towards the end of the show, so we got the Joe Burrow rookie that we're gonna do. Playbook, Joe Burrow rookie card. So we're going to go with a 5. Look at that. It's being nice to me at the end of the day. I like that. So with that being said, so we got our 6. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So then we got the Joe Burrow. It'll be after the 5. So randomizer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now the official winner of the Joe Burrow rookie card to our fans watching right now is Levi Brigley. You lucky son of a bitch.
congrats, Levi.
Yeah, and he is a card collector now too. So Levi, congratulations, buddy. You have won yourself a Joe Burrow rookie.
That's a good one to have now.
That is a good one.
Because he's going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the next 5 to 10 years. Like,
I do agree. I'm not even going to – no, there's no debate on that one.
Yeah.
I do agree.
The way he was playing before he went down.
Right?
Cincinnati was fun to watch for the first time in a long time.
And the one thing we didn't bring up about them in free agency, I had them way the heck – where the hell are they on my board? I have them somewhere. There they are. They got Riley Reef.
Yeah, I think him and Jonah Williams, that's 2 really good tackles.
Yep.
Like,
and now
you just build the interior.
Now you can build the interior. So now all of a sudden, the real question is, what do they do at number 5 in the draft?
I still don't. If Penei Sewell's there, he's still a Bengal.
Fair.
You can move Reef for Jonah Williams into guard, like,
or you could trade if you had to as well. Well, no, I guess they're young, so you wouldn't want to do that. You would just want to.
Well, Reef's like early mid-30s, yeah.
Yeah.
But Jonah Williams was just drafted like 2 years ago. Like,
that's true. That is true. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've had here on my lap for the last little bit. Jersey.
Sam Reinhart,
the big one. So we're gonna go here. 8. Perfect. So we go randomize it. 1, 2. Whoops.
Kyle Baker Mayfielder, go home.
5. What?
Kyle put Baker Mayfielder go home in the comments.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was it Baker Mayfield or go? Oh, Kyle. This is why we love you. And you're Christian McCaffrey that you will not trade me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm at 7. The winner of the jersey, the Sam Reinhart jersey, goes to Brian Garland. Congratulations, Brian Garland. The Garland brothers racking them up.
Yeah, it's a good day for them.
So we'll go Levi. And we will go. I didn't want to click out of randomizer, you bastard. And then 8 was Ryan. All right, perfect. That's it, Mr. Garland. You've won yourself some rookie cards and a Sam Reinhart jersey. That's right. That's what we do. We give it away. I'm not even mad because I just won a Ron Francis last night. I got a Mike Bossy. Which is Mike Bossy.
One still to say.
What's that?
And your best one still to come.
Oh, Daddy?
In
oh,
your
Daddy
list,
ain't,
yeah.
Daddy ain't coming out for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Daddy, for anybody who's wondering, like, I'm calling it Daddy. Daddy
As
is
a
my
Red Wings fan, yeah.
Yeah, it's my Steve Yzerman that I fell asleep, and I woke up the next morning to everybody being like, or no, yeah, it was, or was it that night? No, it was that night. It was,
it was that night.
Yeah, I napped, and I was like, woke up, and I was like, what? I got like Jerry and everybody being like, yo, go watch the video, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Fucking Iceman. I was like, you kidding me?
Oh my god.
So to all those, yeah. So he obviously, Mr. Alex here, has been very jealous because I won the Iceman, but because I also have my signed Datsuk.
Yeah. I'm very jealous of that one. Especially
$100.
like watching him as we played, or like as growing up. Like,
yep. And so yeah, I did this wide out shot quickly just so everybody can see the other side of it too. You got my little section there of all the other stuff. This is my office. I'm on a stage I built, which is really fucking dope. And then we got, all of this. And eventually Alex will be able to come here and do a show with me.
yeah.
Obviously we can't do that right now just because of the COVID restrictions, but we were going to be doing this show any which way. We've been talking about it. We spent a little bit of money for sure. We're not going to talk about exactly how much money we spent, but our mixer is pretty sexy. Our computers are pretty sexy. And the equipment we have all around is pretty sexy. So, yeah, we're in this for the long haul, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, go over some of the things that we talked about today. We are having a NFL draft giveaway. So make sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube. Go check out the North Sports Dynasty.com website. That's where all this information is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be giving away some more jerseys that day. We got a Cam Newton one for sure. I got a special one coming as well. We are going to be live in April for the NFL draft.
Oh, yeah.
I know
Definitely.
A lot of people are going to be live. Like the Pat McAfee show is going to be live, and a few other people will. We got some fans that actually reached out to us and asked us to be live so that we can start covering some of these guys that get drafted for our guys on our fantasy drafts teams, our friends who, are starting to get a little bit more into sports because they like the content that we have. And we like sharing it. Honestly, this is the reason why we did it, guys, is we just wanted to be able to have fun, give content wherever we could, however we could. Some shows are going to be NFL style, like most of today was. Other shows are going to be based off of more NHL stuff. We're going to be having our own breakdowns of the Seattle Kraken when they get here.
Yep.
We're going to release the Krakens and stuff like that. And we're also going to have a giveaway for that. We haven't decided what we're going to give away, but we might decide, Seattle Kraken giveaway will probably be a Kraken's jersey or a hat or something like that.
Yeah, makes sense.
We'll probably it'll be a mock style. So you just tell us who you think is going to be exposed and who they're going to pick. And whoever comes up with the most is obviously where we're going to choose the winner. And yeah, we got a bunch of other stuff coming up, but we got it kind of listed up on the NorthSportsDynasty.com on the front page. We got the first 8 or 10 episodes all planned out. Anything that's not necessarily planned in those spots, we're just working on some stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to our friends in the comment section, which is, I love being able to just pop in and there we go.
Right.
Baker Mayfield, best quarterback, just wait. I hope he means Baker Mayfield.
I think so.
Oh man, Kyle.
I mean, if he was talking about Joe Burrow, there's a chance.
Baker, listen, Baker may be the best Brown quarterback of all time. If you just keep,
I don't think that's very difficult though.
No, and I agree. But I think he has the traits to be he has the appropriate traits, in my opinion, to be like what Cleveland needs. If you could just let him, if he can learn to roll out on the other side and he can do a couple of things differently, Stefanski's offense may just keep it rolling where he can be that good. So, and then Justin Fields is a Falcon.
I don't think so anymore. I don't. The way they restructured Matt Ryan's contract, he's there for another 2-3 years at least.
And Justin Fields is either first year or second year starter for sure.
I don't think they go quarterback anymore. I won't say where. You can just take a look at the mock draft 2.0, but they're not going quarterback in mine.
Perfect segue. Yeah, we got our mock draft 2.0 show coming up next Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have those mock drafts probably out on Friday, either morning or on the evening, so you guys will be able to check them out. And then Saturday, we will have the StreamYard link in the comment section because we're going to be talking about the mock drafts more so that episode and any of the news and this, that, and everything else. And we want to be able to have our fans be able to come in and join us and talk to us and this, that, and everything else. And first episode, we needed to get all the bugs out of the way first, make sure my computer can handle it, and she looks like she did okay. So, we're going to end it like that. Make sure to subscribe. North Sports Dynasty. I think it's N Sports Dynasty on Twitter.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, perfect. Obviously on Facebook, NorthSportsDynasty.com. Alex, where do they find all of your stuff?
On Twitter at Loosemore65, and then I'll share and post all sorts of sports stuff on my Facebook.
That's right. And we'll be posting anytime anything is posted between North Sports Dynasty, either on the Facebook page or on the Twitter page. It's either me or Alex. And then you can follow me on Twitter at Andrew_Faubert. You guys know me. I don't hold back on anything. I mean, I am very borderline on a lot of stuff, and try to be the best content guy I can and be as funny as I possibly can. And that just means I'm going to be more borderline going forward here, guys. It's just the way it is. And you come at me. You don't go at him, okay? The reason he's here is to keep me in line, okay? And to tell me when I'm wrong. And he hasn't really done that much because I haven't told him he's wrong because we're not wrong. That's the reason why you're tuning into us. So tune into us again next Saturday around the same time, 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll be here. Alex, enjoy the rest of your day.
You as well, man.
I'm going to go kick some footballs. Nice seeing you boys. Oh, nice seeing you boys as Wilson stay in Seattle. Lots of talk about that lately. Alex, what is your last take on that?
He does this year.
Yep, I agree.
Next year, it brings up a whole different can of worms. He's there this year. The Bears offered 3 first-round picks, a third-round pick, and 2 starters, and they said no. He's there this year.
You know what team is very religious as Russell Wilson is? And this is where I think it'll happen. He is staying there for one more year. But at that point I think that's where the Texans will get enough picks and stuff like that where they can actually offer Seattle something.
Wilson's got that no-trade clause, though.
Hey, you know him and Jack Easterby. Mr. Wilson, let's put our hands together. Let's have ourselves a little moment.
Hey, they can do that all they want. If there's no talent there, he ain't going to be there.
It's very true. All right, Alex, great job on the first show. Thank you to all of our fans for coming in and tuning in with us on the first episode of Season 3. We'll be back next weekend. We'll be here all season long for NFL, NHL, MLB, CFL, NBA. Doesn't matter if it's sports. We're going to cover it. Thank you all for joining in. We'll talk to you next weekend.